Good morning. And we've got a fish on already. I'm on the Rachel May and we've come out just to, me and Gordon, see what we can do. So the plan was to try to get a few mackerel to use as bait and then go on the wrecks. So we just dropped down on a little bit of ground here, and I suspect this might be a haddock. Bit of a long wind, and for those of you that don't like the ratchet, this is a new second-hand reel I've got. I think we might have mackerel. We got mackerel. Yeah, oh come on. So we've got a nice big mackerel, which is bait, and we got a haddock. Lovely old haddock. So I've just sent the haddock back, filming right into the sun here. So I'll just move you around a bit. Yeah, so beautiful day. As usual, set off nice and early. Gordon's got himself some haddock. So the reel I've got is Abu Garcia Black Max, I think they call it. Anyway, I managed to pick it up second hand off Gumtree for 10 quid. Put them line on it, and there you go, a quiet reel. So I've just dropped down, as you can see, good bend in the rod. I think we've got a couple of mackerel. I wasn't on the bottom, so that's usually the sign. You can feel them pulling like mackerel anyway. Oh, it's 3 haddock. Well, how about that little lot then? 3 haddock and a mackerel. Brilliant. These haddock are just about to go back, but we'll keep the mackerel. That can be some bait. Look at the size of that mackerel.
Oh, yeah, that's no shame.
So that's not a bad start. What we're finding is that the mackerel are a little bit higher up. So I'm just coming up for them because it's some mackerel we want for some bait. But I'll also keep them to eat. That's it, I think. Quite like this new reel, it's alright. Must be about 20 odd years old, I think. It's a haddock, a good size haddock. Look at that one, what a beauty. Send that one back. That one's gone, perfect. But we're in quite a good spot here because I'm into another fish or two. Hopefully it's mackerel. Puts a good bend in the rod anyway. Just using a lightweight. It's only about 4 ounce weight. Right, it's 2 more haddock. Couple of lovely haddock. If I'm going to keep a haddock, they'll be a bit bigger than these, I think. I mean, these are in size, but I'll probably keep a bigger one. There we go. Definitely get some better sized haddock here. So let's see what we've got this time. I think it might be more haddock. Long old wind. Come on, what have we got? What have we got? Oh yes, it's 3 haddock. There you go, 3 haddock. Now, much as I'm enjoying catching the haddock, we need a bit more bait for going out and trying to get the ling or whatever. So we've got 2 big mackerel. They'll make some nice flappers, but need to get some more mackerel as well. Need to have enough for me and Gordon. So I'm just bringing this up mid-water. I think the haddock are on the bottom. A really nice mackerel. Get the size of that. Perfect. So that's 5 really good mackerel. That'll do me. That's my bait sorted out. So now we've got the mackerel, we'll be heading to a wreck, and we've got some booms rigged up, and we'll see what we can go and get on the wreck. So catch you in a minute. So we're at the first wreck. Say first because I'm sure we'll do plenty today. I've got a boom set up on with a soft plastic. So I'm just going to see how we go with that. We've got quite a lot of swell. There's quite a nice wreck. It stands up quite proud. You can see some fish on the sounder. So we just have to see how we get on with it. Beautiful day. Lovely. Gordon's on the fish today. He's showing me how to do it today. We're just saying in the wheelhouse, some days it's one of us is catching fish and the other one isn't, and vice versa. My turn to not be onto the fish so far. Aye, they'll be coming. I'll get into a decent one, don't you worry. Famous last words. I'll show you the rig I'm using when I wind it up. It's just a soft plastic. I think I might have mentioned that before. Winding up, and pollock, whoa, camera nearly went over. Pollock took it on the way up. So there we go. That one can go back. I brought it up nice and slow. Perfect. Yay. So the rig is just a boom, nice long trace, and this on here, which is a kind of paddle tail. So I think that little pollock took it on the way up. I thought I felt something, and then wound slowly, and I thought I can't really feel a lot of weight on it, but anyway, pollock. Right, that's us right down the bottom. Just got to take care I don't get stuck in the wreck, because I've already lost 1 weight this morning. Much gnashing of teeth. I think there was a bit of a bite there. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of action in that paddle tail of the lure. You never know. There might be a big one down there. Just trying something different. I've sent down 3 baited Muppets just to see what that does. The Muppets are about this size, and they've each got a strip of mackerel on. And then I think the next thing after that is I'm going to make a flapper with the mackerel. I've got a big hook, and send that down. We're reaching that point where it's getting to be slack, which is probably quite good for getting a bait down there. Oop. Oh, a bit of a bite there. So on that drift I've got myself a fish. Doesn't feel huge, but we definitely got something on. Just winding slow so it can go back. Don't want to give it the bends, so we just take it slow. Hopefully it can go back if it needs to. Don't know what it is. I thought it might take a few dives, but it hasn't. What have we got? Just keeping it coming up slow, so hopefully it goes back. There you go, haddock. So we've made a shift and we've come to another wreck. First drop on it, I've got something. So again, bring it up slow in case it needs to go back. It's putting a bend in the rod. It's a 30-pound rod. Pollock is diving. So we'll take it gentle. I've already got one for tea. So I don't want to be greedy. It'd be nice to see this go back. Get a bit of a balance between keeping a bit of pressure on the fish so it stays on the hook and not winding so quick that you blow its swim bladder. Hopefully you're not getting too much noise from the engine because I'm at the back of the boat today. Yeah, pollock. Lovely pollock, and it has absolutely swallowed that hook. How about that beauty? Now, don't know if you can see that, but even though I brought it up slowly, its swim bladders come out. Have you got the fish saver? You might get this one to go back. Yeah. So in order to help this one go back, I've got a homemade fish saver. So what we do is we just hook that carefully in its mouth. And the idea is that the weight takes the fish down, and when you feel it hit the bottom, you can give it a pull and it'll bring the weight back up and leave the fish down there. It just helps it get down to the bottom. So I'm going to send it back down. So it's always handy if you've got the fish saver already rigged up. It just helps get the fish down to the bottom. So back on the bottom, fishing again. Just having a quick look at the sounder to see if we're still on the wreck. It's quite a small wreck, this one. I think it could have been another trawler. It's called Kildale. Gordon's telling me a seal's just dived down, so this is a long way down. Will we get whatever it is up? I don't know. Feels quite a good fish, or plural fish. I don't know. It is looking like quite a nice haddock. There we go, a nice haddock. Going to be calling me Captain Haddock today. Oop. So that's our haddock. Lovely job. Back he goes and fast away. Lovely. So just to get you up to date, we've moved off the wreck and we noticed a bit of interesting ground. We're in about 60 plus meters and just thought, well, we'll drop a couple of muppety things down and just see what's going on. So haddock again. Good old haddock. A lot of folks say, you know, they're a great eating fish, and yeah, they're okay, but I do prefer pollock. Just the thick steak of a pollock or a mackerel. I think they're my favourites. So what have we got this time? That looks like a whiting, a good sized whiting. And a whiting, beautiful. Wouldn't be the same without some fish juggling, would it? Let's see if he'll go back. Yep, so another one successfully returned. We're just going to make another drift now. We've got another fish on. This is the 12 to 20 pound rod. You get a nice bend in it. By the way they're fighting, I think this is haddock again. But we did get a nice whiting on the last drop, so we'll have to see. Right, it's 3. Would you look at that? 3. They can all go back. I'll get them unhooked and send them back. That's the first one on its way. First one was a haddock. Then we've got a little whiting. Another haddock. All gone back to fight another day. I've got the camera on a tripod and I can't quite get the angle over the side for you to see them going back. I'll take the camera off the tripod for the next lot. You can see them swim off. Right, let's drop this down, have another go. That was just on baited sabiki things. Whoop. The little gull that you might be able to see in picture, the little gull there is trying to have the fish on the way up, and when you put your baited hooks over, you've got to be careful it doesn't try and take the baited hooks. It feels like we've had a terrific session already, and it's only about 9:30 in the morning. We left the berth this morning at about 4 o'clock. So yeah, we've been out quite a while. We've got another fish on. Let me see how close I can get you to the edge of the boat. There you go. Hopefully you can see the action there. But we've got another fish on. Perfect. When I saw it coming up, I thought it was another whiting, but that one's a codlin. Little beauty. Let's get that one back too. They're all away. I'm going to swap over to the other rod, change the rigs over because that one's got braid on it. Better reel for winding up. So I just changed over from one rod to the other, dropping it down, and I think this could be mackerel that's taking it on the way down. So we'll have to have a little look, see what we're getting. Not that much of a fight on the 30 pound rod and the heavy reel and the braid, but I can feel it there. It's putting a bend in the rod anyway, so yeah, mackerel. And it's off. Yeah, some of them get off. So we're at another shipwreck. This one's called the Cairn Mona, and it was hit by a torpedo in 1918, I think, something like that. It's quite broken up, as you'd expect from a torpedoed ship, but I can see quite a bit of it on avionics on the reef shading, and it looks quite promising. Definitely something there. So I just managed to hook into something. Pollock, I reckon. That's pulling like a pollock. Good fish. Good fish. That's a good one. It wants to get back in the wreck, definitely. I just had one take and it came off just as I was kind of starting to wind into it, but I think we've got this one on properly. It could be the same fish, I don't know. But we're still on, and it's given us some really good dives, so I think we're talking good pollock. I hope you're all appreciating this silent reel now I've taken the ratchet apart. Still giving us some nods all the way up. Oh, I can see it coming up. 2. 3. Right. There's 3 pollock. That one's really good. The other 2 quite small. Let's get them over. So they were just brought up slowly. So that one will definitely go back. Another one. And whoop, that one's a better fish. How about that? Lovely job. Perfect. First drift on the wreck. 3 pollock on the same trace. Turned out to be a beautiful day. Really quite warm. So Gordon's just working out the drift. We've been looking at it on Navionics, and we can work out where we're going now. These are the lures. They're actually made up from other people's cast-offs. I found these things on the shore, and so I put some new hooks on and just tied it up with those little crimp swivels. A recycled rig, and it got us 3 pollock. Quite deep here. I think we're just about 50 meters. It was really good. First drop, straight into 3 fish. Nice. Right, that's us on the bottom. So I'm right on the bottom and just waiting for that nod of the rod. I tend to just move these Muppet things just up and down just a little bit. We're probably getting a lot of exhaust noise here, but that's just the way it is. The Rachel May is a bit of a throaty girl. Oh. I'm either coming... I'm stuck in the wreck. I'm out. So I must be just come onto the wreck. So I've just managed to get that back out again. Yeah, Gordon was saying you can feel them pulling on the lure, and that's true. Yeah, got a fish on. Yep, rearing again. It doesn't feel as heavy this time. This is probably just a single fish. Hopefully you can see what's going on. I've put the chest camera on, or the chest mount for the camera. Should just be coming up any time. Probably a similar sized pollock, I think. It's a haddock.
Captain Haddock.
Captain Haddock, I've just been called. There we go. Another haddock. Just have that one hooked, and down it goes. Away. Drop straight into some fish. The way it's sort of taken a bit of a dive, I'm going to say pollock again. Just trying to fetch the things up slowly so it can go back. Been quite successful at that just recently. They're coming up from 50 odd meters. Now you're on the other side of the boat filming, so I'll just have to hold this up for you and see it coming up. Pollock, nice pollock. There you go, lovely clean pollock. Let's get this back. So got a fish on, and it really did some pulling back a minute ago. despite bringing it up really slow. Unfortunately, that one is going to have to stay on board. What a shame. As you see, I was winding as slow as I could there, but a lovely fish, quite a good weight. Don't know what weight you'd call that, but it's probably about 5-6 pounds, something like that. Poor old thing. Yeah, it's disappointing. Most of them have gone back, but the odd one or two, they won't go to waste. As I've said, pollock is one of my favourite fish, and we get some good fillets off that. Very nice. So, pollock for tea then. It's not often you get to fish in a t-shirt up here. Now, just having one more drop with these 3 Muppets, and then I'm going to try something different. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. But we'll have one more drop with this, and then we're changing. So I said I was going to do something different, and that different is this. A while back, one of Gordon's customers gave him 2 of these, one for him and one for me. This thing is called an ink vader. It's an octopus ink vader, and it's also got a little sachet of octopus ink. And I read to you: incredible lifelike octopus ink and scent, constructed using 10 times strong PTFE, fished by a lift and fall method, slow pitch jigging. So it weighs quite a bit, so I'm going to attach this. We're on the wreck. So this is what it is. It's got a couple of big hooks down here. They look as if they're attached on braid. You've got hooks here so you can pull it in different directions, and you also get these pellets, which I assume is the ink oil, and you must stuff those somewhere up inside the pocket there. So there you go, an ink vader, octopus ink vader. We're going to give that a go. So there you go, all rigged up, got my ink pellet in. Wish me luck. Gordon's just checking I've got the ink in it. So you might be thinking, well Phil, what do you expect to catch with that? Well, we're on a wreck, so there may be big conger, there may be big ling, maybe they'll have a go at it, I don't know. You can but try. Although they call it ink vader, I reckon it looks like Homer Simpson. It's got those bulgy eyes. I'm going to call it Homer. I just had a bit of a swap round. Gordon's gone to the back of the boat for a bit. I've come up to the front here. Probably get a bit less exhaust noise here, but more engine noise. Anyway, we're still on the same wreck, because it's been good to us so far. So I'm still working with the ink vader. Thought I'd give it a good go, and then maybe try something else on the next wreck. Maybe go back to some of the plastic lures. Maybe a single big one. Oh. Ooh, the ink vader was nearly no more then. Quick little snag in the wreck. So the reason why I'm persisting is that being a wreck, I'm pretty sure there's some big congers and big ling and stuff, and the ink vader is quite a big lure to jig up and down. Plus it's got that ink to put in it, which I've done. I don't know whether you're supposed to refill it every drop. I haven't seen how much ink comes out of it. It hasn't messed up the boat anyway, which is a good thing. I'd be very popular with Gordon if I covered his boat with ink. You can just feel it just bouncing off bits of the wreck. So I know I'm playing with it. I'm playing with fire here. Very close. You only need a big piece of superstructure or something stuck up, and it could be a sorry state. Ooh. I think I had a take then, definitely. Yeah, getting some pulls. Something was having a go at it, but it hasn't committed. So we've made another move to the final wreck of the day, and this one's called the Fraserburgh. We've been out about 10 hours, and because of distance and the tide against us, it'll probably take us a good couple of hours to get back. So it's been quite a trip. But depending on how the fishing goes here, depends about one last cast, you know. If there's plenty of fish action here, we'll hang around a bit. If there isn't, well, I think it's time to be making our way back. But the bait is in the water. On the last wreck, I was getting some nibbles on the ink fader. I'm determined to see what we might be able to do. It looks incredibly realistic. So persevered quite a bit with the ink fader and decided that I'll put some Muppets back on. So we're just lining up for the last drift. So we're just getting ourselves sorted out, and then we'll drop the lines, see what we can do before we steam back home. What a lovely day, absolutely lovely day. Pleasure, absolute pleasure to be out here. You can see fish on top of the wreck on the sounder. Fingers crossed we get one on the last cast, eh? Oop, there we are, we're on the bottom. Give it a couple of winds. Well, it feels like it got a little bit of extra weight. Something took a hook on the way up, I think. So we just have to see. Is it a fish on the last cast? I think the answer's yeah, but I don't know what it is. It's not a record breaker anyway. What have we got? Come on. Yes, Captain Haddock. Last fish of the day is a haddock. There you go, haddock. Don't poop on me. Well, we finished on a fish and we've had a great day. So, tight lines from me, Tewag from D,
and I'll catch you after from me.
See you later, bye. Lovely job, perfect. And a whiting, beautiful. Wouldn't be the same without some fish juggling, would it? A really nice mackerel. Look at the size of that. Perfect. Pollock. Whoa. Camera nearly went over. Pollock took it on the way up. When I saw it coming up, I thought it was another whiting, but that one's a codling. Little beauty. Let's get that one back too.